service announcement that we have that explains Isles of Smiles.
Hi, get out your shopping list and get ready to stock up. I'm Jerry Lewis with my pal Mikey Neufeld telling you to look for participating grocery and drugstores who'll be featuring Isles of Smiles products. You'll be getting great prices, and every purchase means a percentage goes to help MDA help my kids. So look for Isles of Smiles stores when you shop, and you'll put smiles on their faces. Right, Mikey?
I'm smiling.
He's smiling.
And the telethon is over today, but Isles of Smiles is not. How much longer does that last, Jim MacArthur?
Joan, another 3 weeks. All the consumers in the Minneapolis and St. Paul marketing area go to their local drugstore and food store and buy products that are decorated with signs in the store for Isles of Smiles. If the consumers don't know what products are on, they can call our office at 944-1333, and we'll tell them what products and where to shop for those products. But we're very happy that the program started in Minnesota this year. Next year we expect to double our donation and help hopefully with the consumers and the manufacturers we represent. It'll be a huge success in 1989.
Looks like a huge success right now. You tell me how successful you've been this first year.
Well, the first year we had some problems, but we did work out some pretty good donation. We're going to come up with about $40,000, and we expect $80,000 next year. And I've got a check for $27,400. There were people from Snyder Drug and Cub Foods and other people down here before.
Did you hear that? $27,400. That's what the check is for. And as he said, the program is not over. You've got 3 weeks to go out there and stock up and help Jerry's kids. Now, Paul in the podium.
Thank you, Joan, very much. Standing to my left is a gentleman with an organization, Walser Automotive, always a very generous and active contributor to MDA. And this is Mike Schrank with me. And, Mike, I understand that you have a check for us today.
Yes, I do. On behalf of Walser Automotive, our car dealerships, and our employees, I have a gift for $25,000.
Mike, thank you very much. Thank you. $25,000. Thank you, sir. That's very generous. And we always appreciate Walser's assistance. As I say, you've always been a very generous and active participant. Thank you very much. You bet. Thank you. You just saw two rather large checks, one for $27,000 and one for $25,000. But again, something that we've all stated before, it's the $5 donation, it's the $10 donation. That's the backbone of what takes place during this telethon. And it's the people out there sitting at home that make those contributions that make the difference in this fight against muscular dystrophy and all of the diseases that fall under that umbrella. We need your support. Without it, the telethon simply doesn't work. We have a lot of operators back here behind me right now who are not answering phones, who don't have anything to do. There are a few people waving to me from the back. You'd rather be busy, wouldn't you? Go ahead and wave your hand if you're not answering phones. You can also hear they're vocal about it. Almost the back half of the room, which is roughly 100 operators, you don't see quite all of them in that shot right there. They're busy up front because many of them have cradled their phones off the hook to get the people in the back busy. We need your support. As I've said, it doesn't matter what size the donation is, anything helps. And it will certainly make a difference, as you know, as you've seen throughout the telethon as we've gone on here. So hopefully you'll light up the phones by using your Visa, your American Express, your MasterCard, or making a pledge, 340-1111 in the Twin Cities outside the metro area. The number's on the bottom of your screen. And while we go over to Diana and she conducts an interview, hopefully we'll hear that siren that means all 200 phones in the room here in the ballroom of the Hyatt have gone off. And that, as I say, is very sweet music to us, along with the ringing of the phones. And we're very appreciative of anything that you can do. So let's go to Diana. And Diana, while you're talking, just keep your ear tuned for that siren to go off, all right?
You bet. Not only will I keep my ears tuned for it, I think I'll probably jump a foot or so when it goes off. I have two very lovely, lovely ladies with me right now. I have Shelley Stafford on my right and Roxanne Stafford on my left, two sisters with Friedreich's ataxia. And that is another neuromuscular disease that comes under the MDA umbrella, as some of the things that you are helped by the MDA. Now, why don't you tell us a little bit, Roxanne, about what MDA is doing for you?
Well, MDA does so much in the past almost 4 years. They have not only given us medical equipment, they've also, in our clinics, we go to the university every 6 months. And the people there are they care for us from the heart, and they're like family, and make us feel good about ourselves. Not only do we get medical attention, like I've had x-rays on my back. We get EKGs done. We just get so many things from MDA that we're well thankful for and blessed for.
Shelley, we've heard so many things about what, some of the limitations, but the two of you don't seem to be stopped at all. You travel, you go camping. Now, yet again, you're planning another trip out of the out of the 48 states. You're going probably back to Hawaii again. You're not stopped at all.
Just try to keep on going and try to do what we can do.
And your family's a big help.
Yeah, they support us.
And MDA supports you as well. Thank you both for joining us right now. We want to thank you for continuing your support of MDA. Go to your phones right now. Give us a call. You can see two more beautiful examples of what your dollar is doing here in the community. 340-1111. Now let's go to Mike Igo and Paul Douglas.
Thank you, Diana. And you got it right in the head. I have a new friend here. We have Mr. Weatherman himself, meteorologist Paul Douglas. And, Paul, we've tried to make you feel a little bit at home. You'll notice we've put some symbols up here. And for some of the kids who are coming down, maybe you can explain exactly what's happening.
Well, as I understand it, if you stop by and drop off a quarter, $1, $5, anything, you get your name on a customized symbol immortalized till the end of time. And it's beautiful. Have you been outside lately, Mike? It's gorgeous. The sun is out, a few puffy fair weather clouds. We want this to be as memorable a day for Kids with MD and the families of Kids with MD as it is outside.
Well, I think the way to make it memorable was, Paul, let's have the gang come right in here and just dump. Come on, dump your money right in here. Let's hear that. Right in there, right in there. Okay, dump it. Let's keep moving. Let everyone get a chance to get in here. Just bring your money. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, this is dollars. We're not going to hear this. We'll rustle these dollars. There we go.
We should point out, too, it's the quarters and the dollars and the $5 bills that are going to push us over the top. You don't have to give $100 to be important today. We need your quarters and dollars.
Absolutely. It does add up. In fact, if you want to come down, it's still not too late today. Paul's going to be doing his weather forecast down here tonight. So if you want to drop by the fishbowl, put the strong arm on Mom and Dad. Let them come. You're doing it so wonderful, Paul. Paul Douglas has found a second career here. We'll get that money in there. And while we're doing that, let's go inside to the podium.
All right, Michael, thank you very much. Standing to my left, I have John Zekias with me with the Southland Corporation, and John, standing to your left, make an introduction for me.
Lisa Moore.
With Southland Corporation as well. And you and I were together last night during the telethon when you gave me a rather large check to give to MDA. We did that. And I don't recall, do you recall how much that check was for?
That was for $10,000.
$10,000. And you're back again, and I know that you have another rather large check in your hand. This is from what?
We had our annual golf tournament up at the Daytona Country Club in Dayton. Had that back in July. Had the poster child up there, and a lot of support from our vendors and our suppliers. Got out there, sponsored holes. Had a nice day of golf. It was the one day in July that it rained. It was the next day, so we got real lucky on the weather. So we had a real good turnout this year, and we're looking forward to a better year next year. But we've got a check for you.
All right.
This is our fifth one. We've got one more, but this check for the golf tournament from Southland and its suppliers and its employees for $8,000.
$8,000. Thank you very much. Yeah, let's give him a big hand. The fifth check he's given us, and they're going to make a presentation of one more just a little bit later. John, thank you very much. We appreciate it very much. Thank you very much. Very generous. So you see the big checks coming in. Paul Douglas hit something on the head when he said it's the pennies, the quarters, the nickels, the dollar bills that do make the difference. Those are the things that carry us to the top. Those are the amounts that truly do make a difference. When you folks sitting at home, we have to be able to tap you. We have to be able to reach you, and we need your help and support to make this thing work. Without you folks, it wouldn't work. The number in the Twin Cities is 340-1111 outside the metro area. You've seen the numbers moving across your screen. We really don't have much time left in the afternoon. And frankly, we have a lot of operators sitting around not doing anything in the back of the room here. It would be nice to keep them busy. It would be nice to hear the phones ringing at the start of this local cut-in. You had the phones going pretty good, but frankly, it has slowed down just a little bit. We have a number of operators about halfway back on both sides sitting there looking up here at me when hopefully we would like to see them where they have a phone cradled to their ear and their right hand's writing down a pledge as fast as it can move. So if you can make those phones ring, and by the way, we haven't had the siren go off yet. So let's go back to Joan, who is amongst the operators right back here. And Joan, maybe the siren will go off while you're conducting an interview back here.
I hope so. There's nothing I'd like to hear better than that. You know, the phones are starting to ring out here, but we could sure use a lot more calls, a lot more money. The number bears repeating, 340-1111. You don't have the cash? Well, you can put it on your Visa card, MasterCard, American Express. Don't worry about it. Just give us a call. We'll figure out a way to get that money from you. And right now, from Upton West, we have Conrad Siegel. You tell me how you raised some money for us.
Well, Saturday, July 23rd, we had Tom Kelly and Alan Page come over to our shops over on the west end of Lake Street, signing autographs and selling T-shirts, and we helped raise $350 for MD, which I'd like to present to you right now.
And I'd like to say thank you, and thanks for coming down here.
Thank you.
Okay, and we turn to the Golden Valley VFW Post 7051, and we have Alan Antoniak and Kenneth Weller. Thanks for coming down. And what do you have for us?
We have a $5,000 check here on behalf of...
We can pause for a moment here to celebrate that siren. How about that? Thanks for calling in. Okay, you have a check for what?
$5,000. I wish to present this check for from Golden Valley VFW, Veterans Fallen War, for $5,000.
Okay, put another $5,000 in that pot, and please, you call in. You don't have to have $5,000. We've said it many times. We'll say it again. Call in if you have 5, 15, 10, 20, whatever. Come on, we want to hear your pledge. We need your pledge. The hour is getting late, and we could use your call at 340-1111. Tom Ryther, what are you doing out there now?
Joan, actually, I'm up 100 feet above the Nicollet Mall here. We're at about 13th and Nicollet, or is it 11th and Nicollet? I've lost all track of it. We're right outside the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That's a better locator. And I'm up here with Dave Rosso, as well as a couple of crew members from our Channel 11 staff, Ed Dudley and Dean Weiser. What do you call this thing? I know we're 100 feet up, but I don't even know the name of it yet, Dave. This is Dave Rosso, by the way.
Aerial platform.
Well, that figures. That stands. Now, what do you use this for?
We use this for firefighting and for rescue, taking people out of burning buildings. Plus, we've got nozzles up here that we can put water on a fire.
All right, now I know that we can always count on the fire department to do the job. They have the equipment, they have the men, but can we use this now to get a shot of our block party going on? The crowd kind of thinning out. We want to remind everybody to come on down. There's still about an hour and a half. Great food down there, pizza, hot dogs, Mexican food, and still plenty of entertainment. We have a Dixieland band playing way down at the other end of the block. Folks, we need you to come down. If you have a chance to come on down here, come into the hotel, drop your money off, or call that number, 340-1111. Now, way down there somewhere on the Nicollet Mall, I'm trying to see her with the bare eye. Christy Arndt, there, I see you. Christy Arndt, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Tom. In fact, we're showing a shot of where you are so everybody can see how far away you are. But I'm down here on the ground to take you on a little bit of a walking tour of what you can find on my end of the block. And if we go over here just to my right a little bit, this is called the MDA Merchandise Shop, and we've got two very pretty ladies back here who have been trying to sell all kinds of MDA memorabilia. This is Nanette. Nanette, can you give me your last name, please? Benson. And you're a Vikings cheerleader, is that correct? How long, and how do you like that?
This is my third year, and I like it a lot. It's a lot of fun. We work real hard.
Now, tell me what you've been doing to support MDA.
We've been selling T-shirts and bumper stickers and hankies here.
What's the best seller? What are people liking?
Our best seller is Jerry's MDA hanky for $2. And we have Black Party T-shirts and Telethon T-shirts, too. Everything's really going real well.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of people that enjoy buying from you. Thank you very much, and thanks for supporting MDA. Now we're going to go to the other side over here. This is the chillier version. If you walk with me, we're headed to the dunk tank. And this it's an awfully chilly day to be having a dunk tank back here, but it's been keeping busy. Let's see. I think some people are going to be paying their money. Oh, no, we switched. We did have Rhonda up there. We've got somebody else. Mike's up there now. Let's check and see how Mike's doing. This isn't fair, Mike. You're not wet yet.
I will be soon.
How come you're doing this? Are you just, oh, that one was close.
I'm doing this to help the MDA Association. It's a lot of fun. The block party's been a lot of fun. And it's all for MDA.
Why are you here? What's your position? What kind of group is sponsoring this?
This is the Minnesota Stargazers, which is the official booster club for the Minnesota North Stars. Come on, get me wet!
Oh, we're close. He almost... There we showed him, and with that, we're going to pass it back to Stuart Lindman. Stuart, where it's drier inside.
Lenny Larson is the president of the Twin Cities chapter, National Association of Letter Carriers. And as he has supporters here, lots of letter carriers with us here, answering phones and working in our mail room, and we are so grateful to you. We thank you, we thank you. Lenny, tell me about these ladies. Who are they?
Okay, this is Kathy Miles. She's the president of our auxiliary letter carriers, Auxiliary 67. Jan Wild was our former executive vice president. She just left that position to take another position within the union, and between the two of them, they did an awful lot of work to get this thing put together this year for us.
They're doing a lot of work right here with all those telephone operators and all the people in the mail room. That's excellent. You carry mail, right?
Yes, we carry mail. And in the mailroom, we have people who don't like to answer the phones. That's too much pressure. But they don't mind sitting and getting their hands dirty and having their feet sore by standing and sorting mail for hours like they do during the day.
The letter carriers are one of the first to join us on our telethon, weren't they?
Yes, 37 years ago, the National Association of Letter Carriers came on as the first corporate sponsor for MDA. So we've been at it for a pretty long time on the national level.
I saw your national president on TV earlier today making a gift of $500,000. I think he came back. You must be close to $1 million, aren't you? I've lost track.
Yeah, $1,700,000.
$1,700,000.
You're the Twin Cities chapter. What area do you cover?
Well, we go all the way from on the north side, from Anoka to south to Chaska, and we've got a couple stations east of the river and all the way west of Wayzata, so we cover a pretty good-sized territory.
They're giving me the wrap-up. I want to see money out of you. Let's squeeze it. Who's got the check? Who's got it?
He's got it.
The president's got it. Lenny, lay it on me. How much?
$38,233.
Wow! Fantastic. And your work doesn't conclude. You're right in the middle of it. Tomorrow or the next day, you'll be getting the cards, pledge cards out to our people in the Twin Cities area, won't you?
Yes, we will. We'll be delivering the cards that we are stuffing today. We'll be delivering tomorrow and the next day.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for the money. Thank you for the work, the mail room, the telephone operators. You're great people. And as Jerry says, we love you. Thanks so much. We'll see you next year, same time, same station. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Joni, where are you, my dear? You're up. Joan Stebbins.
Thank you, Stuart. 340-1111. That's the number to call. You haven't got much time to do it. And at 20 to 5 on Labor Day evening, I have a deal for you. If you have watched this telethon over the last 20 hours or so and you haven't been moved by anything, don't bother to call in. But if you've watched any part of this telethon and felt any empathy for any of these people going through what they are, I'd like you very much to call in and try to do something about it, try to change it. It's very easy to ignore statistics when we say that hundreds of people or thousands of people have muscular dystrophy. It's easy to ignore that. They're faceless. But if you put a face on one of those children who has muscular dystrophy and look in that face and see the pain, I think it would be pretty darn hard not to call in. And then put the face of somebody that you love on that child. It could happen to anybody. It doesn't always happen to somebody else. It could be you. It's hard to say, it's hard to think about, but it could be you. And the only way we can make a change is for you to call in and give. Open your heart and give to these kids who have had so much taken from them. The number is 340-1111. We are here. We're waiting for your call, and we really would appreciate it. Thank you. Over to Paul Douglas.
Thank you very much, Joan. I should point out, in addition to being a meteorologist, I am a professional procrastinator. I tend to wait till the last moment to do everything, and I think a lot of folks are holding out for the last hour, hoping to be part of the last final push. Don't wait. Pick up the phones now. It's possible you may not get through between 5 and 6 o'clock. We need you to go to the phone right now and pick it up and give us whatever you can. I'm here with some very special folks. Ralph Messer, here from the fabulous T.R. McCoys. Now, listen to Ralph talk, and you tell me what you think he is.
Hi, Paul. How are you today?
Can you give me the time and temperature?
The time is, what do we have for time? Okay. That's okay. I'm not used to that kind of a watch, really. 17 minutes before 5, the temperature about 68 degrees outside.
What aren't you used to? It has a little hand and it has a big hand, Ralph.
There's no marks between the big parts there, see?
Okay, you're right. It is a little tricky. Tell you what do you have for Jerry's Kids today?
Well, fabulous T.R. McCoy's sponsored a 25-hour Super Sock Hop for MD. And what makes T.R. McCoy's fabulous is its customers and its employees. And we'd like to thank all of our customers and all of our employees for their generous donations during this 25 hours. And I'd like to present a check to you for $600.
$600. Thank you very, very much. We sure appreciate that. You have a challenge, too, don't you? A special challenge?
Part of our very supportive customers are the Classic Corvettes of Minnesota, and they have a challenge that they'd like to issue to other Corvette clubs from Minnesota.
We would like to challenge all the Minneapolis area Corvette clubs to either match that or beat it.
You heard it. Any other Corvette clubs watching? Any other classic car companies? The gauntlet has been thrown down. You don't have much time left. Diana?
Thanks, Paul. Again, that number is 340-1111. I'm really lucky right now. I've got a couple of good-looking guys sitting next to me. Starting in the end, we have Ryan Nelson from New Ulm. He is the New Ulm poster child. Then next to him is Justin Muir. And then sitting on Dr. Stephen Smith's lap is Darren Muir. And we want to talk a little bit about families, genetics, what's going on with muscular dystrophy.
Diana, these are three special friends of mine, all of whom, of course, have muscular dystrophy. Two are in a wheelchair already, and Darren is progressing in that direction. We would like to be in a position to prevent Darren from reaching the wheelchair like has happened to his brother Justin and to Ryan. And I want to tell you that a year ago, we knew something about the genetics of this disease. We knew that there was a defect on the X chromosome. We now know what that defect does. We know that it produces an abnormal or missing protein. We have studied all three of these boys from a genetic point of view, and we know something about the disease thanks to the donations that people make to MDA. We know something about this disease, Duchenne dystrophy, that we did not know 1 year ago. That is progress in the past year. This next year, we're going to understand more about the protein defect in this disease, what it does to the muscle cell, how it causes the disease, and I think someday we're going to be able to take a special treatment and make up for that protein defect. And perhaps by doing so, we'll keep Darren from not progressing perhaps as rapidly as Justin has.
Now, you guys have been real good. You've been sitting here under the hot, hot lights. You've been real good. Okay. Now, give me your best ugly face you possibly can. Come on, so we can see it in the cameras. 1, 2, 3, go. Ugly face. Ugly face. There you go. Thanks, guys. Is that your best ugly face? Did we do it? Okay. We want you to give us a call. 340-1111. Now over to the podium.
All right, Diana, thank you very much. Stuart, why don't you step up here and help me out? This is my best ugly face. This is the one I was born with. Yeah. We should point out, Stuart's retired, as you know. He retired from Channel 11. He's not hauling coal to supplement his income. He was vulcanized here a short while ago.
I was wounded, and I got a medal to prove it.
And you got a medal from the Vulcans as well. That's
heart,
right.
Really.
We need your help, 340-1111 inside the metro area. We want to remind you that with that phone number and the other phone numbers that you see across your screen, you can use your credit cards, your Visa,
Yes.
your MasterCard, your American Express, and that's quite an easy transaction to do. And frankly, it's also quite easy for the operators down here. They appreciate those very much because it makes their job much easier.
And we haven't much time left. We
That's
have
right.
13 minutes before 5 o'clock, and we're on the air till 6, and we'll stay here as long as you keep those phones ringing. But
Should we
please
take a look?
hurry, because we have a long ways to go in this 1988 telethon.
And before they wipe that one out, I need you to read that tote to everybody at home.
All right, $513,301.
Let's eliminate
All
that.
right. What happened in the last half hour? Last half hour, this is what we've done. Yeah! Wow! Oh!
Thank you very much at home.
No one has mentioned $1 million that we did last year.
We did do $1 million last year.
Yeah, so we've got quite a ways to go, haven't
the
we?
first time we've mentioned that.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Well, it's maybe like a baseball pitcher has a no-hitter going, but last year we did hit $1 million.
Yeah, we need another $250,000 pledged before we hit that, and we should do it here in '88.
And obviously we don't have much time to do it.
Yeah.
And you know, for all of you that have helped us out here with a contribution, you know we appreciate that from the bottom of our hearts. So a very big thank you to you as we go back to Jerry and Love Network.
Firehouse in the middle of the Depression in the city of Chicago, and the firemen have been with us ever since. Since then, I've been with a lot of classy people in the labor unions, the letter carriers.
As you may be able to tell, Ray is a member of the National Association of Letter Carriers. They have been down here doing a lot of work for us in the mailroom, answering phones, doing all kinds of odd jobs down here.
And we appreciate it.
We appreciate their
all the
help
hours
deeply.
that you put in.
We also appreciate all the contributions you at home have made. Once again, the number in the Twin Cities, 340-1111. We are going to be with you for about, the next 40 minutes here?
Or so, all the way up until 6 o'clock, and then we're going to break away for news. But then we'll have a final tote again during the newscast. So we
Right.
don't want you to break away at all during that time. And we will have the phone number, 340-1111, up on our screen as well. And we will continue to have operators here answering the telephone up through that time and then even a little past that time. But we don't have much time left at all.
No, and we need your help, your support to accomplish the goals that we would like to accomplish. Again, it's a $5 contribution, a $3 contribution. Anything that you can come up with is deeply appreciated, and it's you folks at home that are the backbone of what we're trying to accomplish
And
here.
as you can see right there by that last picture, that there are some phone operators that are idle. They would like to take your pledge right now. Now is the time to call 340-1111. And if you call and the line is busy, please try again. Please keep trying until you get through with your pledge.
We appreciate it. Well, it's time once again
For a new
to get a
pledge
new tote. If there are
So
any
let's see what
operators
that
not
is.
busy, could we please have a drum roll out there? Let's wipe out the old tote.
All right.
Wonderful.
Excellent numbers.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much. $925,697.
A very,
Thank you.
very big thank you from all of us. Please keep the phones ringing. We need your support. We need your help. And I think now we're going to go out to Joan Steffen, who is right out among the operators. Joan?
Wow, that's amazing. What happened out here? I was going to tell you we were in trouble, but we're not in trouble. We could use your help. Let me tell you, we've got lots of busy people here on the phone lines. Let's go back here and see if they're busy all the way back. Line 3, line 2, line 1. Everybody's busy. Keep calling in. I'm sure the lines are going to be busy, but we've been telling you that since early this morning. You should have called in early this morning. You could make another call now. We need your help. We need the money. We want to go over that million mark, and I know that we can do it. If you've been moved by anything you've seen today, please call in and make your pledge. $1, $2, $3, whatever you've got, we'd be happy to take it. We want to make that million mark. Now we'll go to Mike Igo.
Thank you, Joan. I want to say thank you, too, to each and every one of you. You know, I've seen so many instances today of things that have deeply moved me. I have here a whole sack of contributions from Debbie Patron. Now, Debbie is a mother of 7 children. Now, consider that. Debbie with 7 children kicking around. She went out and collected this whole pile of money. But on top of that, she's been a phone operator here all day long. So any little thing you can do for us at 340-1111, we appreciate it. I'm going to dump this right in here. I hear the sirens going off. That's exactly what we want to do. We want to keep up that energy level. We got people coming to Fishbowl. Why don't you put your cloud right up there, sir? And that's the idea. You can still come down here. You can get your name immortalized here on our weatherboard here. Little bits of money. Why don't you come in here, my friend? Why don't you throw your dollar bill in here? We want to get everything into that tote right about now. Thank you very much. Everyone come on in here, gang. Keep it coming. We want you to keep calling, too. 340-1111. Tom Ryder is outside.
All right, Mike, thank you very much. It's been a great block party. It's good to see the block party come alive again. I think perhaps it's come alive in the best condition it's ever been in, and hopefully it'll even double next year. Now, for you folks who've come down, we say thank you. To you folks at home, the bottom line is, if this were an athletic contest, we'd have to call this gut check time. Ask yourself as you look deep down, can I let this day go by without helping these people? To be on this earth is to be with other people, to help other people if you can. And I know you can. It's so easy. Dial 340-1111. That's all you have to do. Gut check time. The Vikings had kind of a gut check time yesterday at Buffalo. They came out on the short end of the stick. Now they're going to have to reach down and come up with something and prove that they are as good as, well, we people in the media have been saying that they are as certainly as contenders to go to the Super Bowl. Gut check time for them. Gut check time for all of you. 340-1111. Call now. Let's go to Christy Arndt.
Thank you, Tom. Kim here at the Shoe Shine booth has already donated $80. She's done shoe shines all day long. Officer Zemansky here has given $3 to go to MDA. What have you given? Have you given the $80? Have you even given the $3? That's what we need right now, folks, because this is what it's all about. We're down here on the Nicollet Mall, and the block party's starting to wind down. And now you have to sit back and think to yourself, have I given all I can? Have I given anything? And if you haven't, then the number is 340-1111. Even if you have given some, maybe you're thinking back, maybe I could squeeze out a little bit more. Still the same number, 340-1111. Stuart?
We have so many stories to tell. People come down here and see us and give us their checks and their dollars and their dimes and go to the fishbowl and they hand us letters. Here's a lady that came to me a moment ago, to Nina Kifat, and she said, I've been working your telethon for 12 years as a telephone operator. And she's heard us tell that it's not just Jerry's kids, but adults who get muscular dystrophy too. 3 years ago, her mother was diagnosed as having ALS. It happens over and over and over. Not just Jerry's kids, but it can happen to us at any age. And this beautiful lady has sent us a very generous check. And her mother's being cared for and helped through the clinic at the University of Minnesota. Don't think of just Jerry's kids, but think of the adults too. And make that call while there's still time. And we'll stay here as long as you make those phones ring at the Hyatt Regency. Our number is 340-1111. And you're doing it, there's our siren. All of our phones are busy. If you get a busy signal, for goodness sake, hang up and dial it right back again, because we need you. We need you so desperately. And we thank you. The number 340-1111. Diana Pierce, you're on, Di.
Thanks, Stuart. Again, that number, it's so vital, 340-1111. If you call, try again. If you call and it's busy, try again. We only have about a half an hour left to take your pledge. So please, go to your telephone right now. That's all the time we have left for this year, 340-1111. Joining me right now is Dennis Davis. He's the president of the Greater Twin Cities Area Chapter of MDA. You are a trooper. You have been up since 8 o'clock yesterday morning.
Yep, that's right.
No breaks.
Well, I take a break here and there, but I haven't had any sleep.
You haven't had any sleep. And that's how much you care about this telethon. That's how dedicated you are to ensuring the success of this telethon.
Well, that's one of the givebacks that I think is important, that I personally do. I mean, I do have a neuromuscular disease, and it's done some fairly bad things to me. But on the other hand, an organization like the Muscular Dystrophy Association has given me a great deal, not only in equipment needs, but in personal needs too. I mean, the support is there. If you take a look at this big enterprise tonight, I mean, you've seen a lot of things go on. I mean, you've seen negative things. Joe Diltz, that powerful piece. You've seen the Paul Host story again. And you've seen what happens to people who have neuromuscular disease. It's not very nice. But on the other hand, you see the great energy that goes into a telethon. I mean, there's hundreds of people here working madly right now to answer phones and to run the pledges through. You've seen or you've heard about the doctors doing all sorts of research and the great strides that we've done, and you've heard about the clinics and the equipment that we provide. And that's the very positive aspect of muscular dystrophy that needs to be supported.
And we want that support to continue. That's why we encourage you at home right now to go to your telephones, give us a call, 340-1111. Let's go to Paul Douglas.
Well, Diana, thank you. The block party's still going on, beginning to wind down now, which is kind of unfortunate. We are not where we should be. We are not where we were last year at this time. It's a beautiful day out here, and I guess the big question is weather. Whether or not we are going to have to be here next year again, and the year after that, and the year after that. Boy, it would sure be nice to stay home on Labor Day with our families, our husbands and wives and kids. It would be nice to wipe this thing out, this insidious disease, once and for all. And as you've already heard, in the last 2 years especially, there have been some incredible, startling breakthroughs as a direct result of your contributions in the past. We're very, very close, folks. You can put us over the top. There's not much time left. We need you to stop procrastinating. Get out of the sofa, get out of the chair, stand up, go to the phone, 340-1111. There's still time left to hear from you. Mr. Majors?
Thank you, Paul, very much. You folks at home are making a difference right now. We knew this was going to happen. A lot of our operators are finally busy. The phones are ringing, and that's very sweet music. So let us say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. Continue to call. If you get a busy signal, keep trying. We do have operators that will be able to get to your call just as soon as they can. If we have any operators back there right now, maybe we can get a wide shot of the room from Frank Stakowitz, our director. Frank, if you can get us some kind of a shot. Are there any operators back there not busy right now? If you're not busy, go ahead and raise your arm. Look at everybody's working right now. So you folks at home, keep it up. It's because of you that this can be a success. Without your help, there we have 100% of the phones working, 200 operators down here right now, busily taking calls, writing down pledges. We want to remind you, you can use your Visa card, your MasterCard, or your American Express, and that's quite an easy transaction to do. 340-1111, give them your card number. A very quick transaction on the phone for our operators. They're set up to handle that quite easily. You can also phone the numbers outside the metro area and go ahead and give them your card numbers, and the transaction, as I said, moves along just like that. Please, please keep the calls coming. We have less than a half hour on the air here. We'd like to break that million mark. As you can see, we're at $925,697, and we'd certainly like to go over the million mark, which we did last year. We'd love to top that. Right now, let's go out to Joan Steffen. Joan?
Yeah, 925 is great, but it's not good enough. We still need your help. 340-1111. And do I have a treat for you now? I had the pleasure about 3 weeks ago of meeting the Petersons from Shoreview. We have Tim and Donna, an older sister Missy, and this is Eric Peterson. He's 10 years old. He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and I'm not supposed to say what they call you, right? Is that right? No, okay. So that's a secret between Eric and me. I'm not going to tell you. But Eric, what are you hoping that people do today for the telethon? You know what? I've got another secret for you about Eric. He's kind of quiet around strangers, and there are a lot of strangers in this room, so I'm just going to leave you alone. We're going to look at that beautiful face of yours and get up here and talk to Tim and Donna. Tim, can you give me an idea what you want out of the telethon? Maybe not today, but out of the telethon and what the money raises?
Well, we were hoping for a cure real soon, any kind of a treatment. It's just this whole thing is just fantastic. The people have been great, and all the money is going to go for taking care of my boy and all the other kids that need help.
What does it mean to you when you hear that 100% siren go off? I know we all get a shot when we hear it.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is just great. You know, keep it ringing, keep the phones ringing, keep the pledges coming in. This is fantastic.
It could help save your boy, right? I mean, it's that basic. It could help save his son, Donna's son. Donna, what has the MDA done for you?
Well, Eric's got this chair, which is pretty expensive. He's gotten a hospital bed and a Hoyer lift. He goes to summer camp every year, and a lot of support and love.
That's important, isn't it? You don't want to feel alone when you're going through something like that. So it's important at this point. And Missy, I can't leave you out. This is kind of, you've been out down here working the phones. Have people been calling in?
Yeah, the phone rings every time I put it down. Yeah. A lot of calls have been coming in.
It's got to feel good when it's personal, and they're calling in and giving money that'll help, hopefully help, you and your family and Eric. And Eric, I won't talk to you anymore. I promise. Thanks for coming down here, though. We appreciate it. He's off to school tomorrow. Now we're going to send it over to Mike Igo and the Fishbowl.
Thank you, Jonah. Here at the Fishbowl, everyone's really digging in the dirt at the last minute here to get down and help every little bit they can. I got some friends here. Hi, who are you?
Valerie.
Valerie, and you are?
Robert.
Robert, you got some collections here, I see. How do you get this?
Our manager at 7-Eleven on 11th and Franklin sat on a ladder since 8 o'clock last night raising donations.
Oh, well, you put that right in there, Robert. And your little guy here, who's his name?
Dominic.
Dominic, you can watch and supervise there. I hear the horns going off again. That's a wonderful sign. You know, the important thing here, folks, is that so many people now are pulling. You know, during the day here, we've had 200-plus phone operators in many, many shifts. We have people working in the mailroom. We have security people. We've had so many people donating their time. And I think the message here is very clear. There's probably someone who you know who has been down here today who's given up their Labor holiday weekend to be here and to help Jerry's kids. Can you help us? Can you say perhaps to your friends or your neighbors who are here today, yes, I'll back you with $5. Yes, I'll back you with $3. Yes, I'll give you a little something. How about it? 340-1111. This is the time when you can make a difference. Every single little bit does count. The big contributions are fine, as Paul said, but we need you. Your money does make a difference. Let's go out to Tom Ryder.
Mike, as I've said in the past, this is a little bit like a marathon race. We're now on the final, perhaps, half mile of over 26 miles, and as you said, you can make a difference. $5, $10, $1, $2. I'd like to thank all the people who've been here with me all day long at the block party. We've reestablished this block party, make plans now to attend next year. The Timberwolves have been here. We had a chance to visit with Coach Bill Musselman. Many of the organizations providing excellent food. There have been games to play. We've had a lot of fun, but as I said earlier, now is the time to dig deep. Don't go to bed tonight without realizing you've helped people. That's the name of the game. 340-1111. 11. We've had a lot of fun today. It is a time to get serious, a time to grab the bat and go up to the plate and knock one out of the park. 340-1111. We need you. Let's go to Christy Arndt.
Thanks, Tom. You know, you're right about the fun. This block party has really been a good time today. We talked to Mike and Rhonda over at the Dunk Tank, who had a good time raising money for MDA. We talked about Kim, who raised $80 by herself, just shining shoes. Maybe you were one of the people who stood back here in line at the mini donut booth. They're paying $1 each toward MDA in order to get their mini donuts. Or maybe you got one of the ice cream cones over here. Kemp's is here. They're selling single cones for 50 cents, double cones for $1. We appreciate every one of those 50 cents. We appreciate every one of those dollars that you spent. But we need more. We need you now to sit back, like you said, Tom, and be serious. Think about it. Call 340-1111. Give whatever you can. We've had a lot of fun. This is a blast down here at the block party, but MDA is not fun. Muscular dystrophy is not a fun disease. We can have a lot of fun raising money to get rid of it, but this is not fun. We need you to dial 340-1111 and let us know you want to fight it also. Stuart?
Here's a famous name in our telethon history, Southland Corporation. We know them best as 7-Eleven, and you've seen them on the national network. You've seen them giving money dollar after dollar after dollar, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And we have two fine representatives of our Twin Cities division. This young woman's name is Krista Fuller, and you're manager of the Twin Cities?
Yes, I'm division manager of the 7-Eleven stores in Minnesota.
You've been with us how long?
I've been with 7-Eleven for 7 years.
And in Twin Cities?
For a year.
Well, welcome. Let me be the last to welcome you to the Twin Cities. And John Zekias, what is your job with 7-Eleven, John?
I'm the merchandise manager for the Twin Cities division.
You people have been on our telethon earlier this day.
That's correct. We've been on a number of times throughout the telethon, both locally and nationally.
And each time you brought a giant-sized check. Do you have a new check for us, I hope?
I sure do.
Can I peek and see what the numbers are? Show them to our audience. Hold it up. How much is this?
$30,000.
Oh, my land. Again and again and again.
This is thanks to all of our great employees and all our great customers and all the things they make happen to get rid of MDA.
And you folks don't go out and stage anything. You just say, give us your money, right?
Right.
That's about it. We just, a lot of different events, and we really thank our customers, our employees, and our suppliers who really help contribute to this cause all year long.
Oh, fantastic. You've got a second board there. What is that?
This is our grand total of all the money that we've given here today to MDA. The 60 stores in the Twin Cities, we've given you a grand total of $65,000.
Oh, let's tell 7-Eleven how grateful we are. Absolutely. As Jerry says, we love you. Come back again next year. Do it again, and we challenge you to make it 130 next year, okay?
Sounds great.
Oh, wonderful. Stay with me. Paul, come in here. Did you see this? 65,000 simoleons?
Well, during the night, they gave me a couple checks last night. John did, and then today, a couple other checks earlier. I know it. They do a heck of a lot for MDA, and it's deeply appreciated.
Well, it's thanks to all of our customers and our employees. They're the ones that make it happen.
Well, then you've got the greatest employees and the greatest customers in the face of the earth.
We sure do.
Thank you very much. I'll tell you what, both of you, since you've been such a big help here, why don't you stand here? We're going to eliminate the 925.
Okay. 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 But it is safe for me to say that at the very end of the show, Paul and I will have the grand total. Paul. Okay.
Hello. I want you to buy a car from Viking Chevrolet.
Right here. Here.
Okay, babe.
Go back and buy that girl in the ring.
Ah, I'm stuck. LB! Jeez. I can't reach it. I can't. I can't reach it. I'm tethered. Yes. Okay. Okay, just put it down. Thank you. Thank you. I know. You're absolutely right. Yes, we're going to squeeze a little weather in here, but you're right. T-minus what? 12 minutes and counting. There's still time left. 3-4-0-11-11. Last year, from what I'm told, we did not top 1 million at 6 o'clock. This year we did, and there's still time left to go way over 1 million and prove to the rest of the Western world that Minnesotans are indeed special and Minnesotans do indeed take care of those who are less fortunate. I'm here with some people who are tired. I think it's a good kind of tired. Is that true? How long have you been here?
Since about 3:30.
And your name is?
Lindsay Stern.
And you're hopelessly bored at the moment, right?
We want the phones to ring still.
Okay, there's still time left. 3-4-0-11-11. Paul and I will have the grand total here coming up in about 13 minutes. Still time for you to be a part of this. Let's check the statistics. It was a lovely day weather-wise. 67 the official high, a low of 43 this morning. No precip, sunset 7:44. It's partly cloudy now, 67, a north wind at 13. It's weird being indoors here. The dew point 41, the humidity 39%, of the barometer 29.98, and on the rise. Time to put on your 3D storm spotter spectacles and check out the stratocumulus clouds. There were a few puffy clouds that sprouted up this afternoon, but it was a lovely day. Most of the thick clouds popping up to our east. Lots of sunshine to our west across the Dakotas, and we expect just a glorious Tuesday. Here's the latest United States infrared satellite photograph. A soggy front over the southeast, but much of the nation, especially west of the Mississippi, enjoyed a beautiful day. Here's super radar. No green blobs close to home. A soaking rain across much of Florida, parts of the southeast. Look how hot it is out west. Once again, temperatures above 100 across much of California. They had to close the LA Zoo yesterday because it was so hot. Estimates of 1 million people plus along the beaches of Southern California. Let's zoom in close to home, show you some delightful temperatures. 78 now in Pierre, the warm spot, 59 in Green Bay, and there is a chance of frost tonight in parts of northern Minnesota, maybe as close to us as the suburbs of St. Cloud up towards Mora, Mille Lacs, and Taylor's Falls. Wouldn't be shocked. The map tomorrow, plenty of sun, highs in the low to mid-70s, a beautiful day. The forecast for tonight, live from the Grand Ballroom of the Hyatt, clearing skies. There is a chance of frost north of the metro, 37 to 42. Tomorrow, sunny and warmer, a high of 69 to 74. And the outlook looks great. It's going to warm up Wednesday to 85, a chance of thunder late. Showers Thursday, cooling back down, maybe some 60s for highs returning by Friday. Thank you. Thank you very much for making the phones ring again. Paul and I will have the grand total coming up in about 10 minutes. Kevin and Kirsten.
Frank, red, green, and hardwire. You got those mics?
Testing one,
and
two.
Mike, that
Mine's-
one's real
mine's-
directional, so you want to stick that right
Mine
up.
is working. This is red, red, red. This is the red microphone. Yeah, I just wanna braid this little tail back here, though. No, couldn't do that. No, you worked too hard at growing it. We don't want to snip it off. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we can see that toe.
Can we see him here now?
Hey, Frank, were you listening to the news just now, the sports? What was this? What was that story about Warren Moon? No.
Doug. Doug. Doug.
I don't know.
Jim. Jim. Yeah, well, hello to both of you, and thank everybody here. We got the whole family here, not just Paul and Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody's put in a lot of hours down here. And Steve Onson, the poster child down here. We do have a number of thank yous, I think, to say before we do anything, and that, of course, is to all the volunteers who came down here and manned the phones for us for the
We
entire time
appreciate
that
it.
the telephone was on. Give yourselves a big hand, those of you that are still here.
People are in the mail room.
People in the mailroom, you're right.
They never get a thank you, boy, and they do a lot of work.
They never even get to be on TV.
No.
And they work quite hard. We
Well, we
also
appreciate it.
a very big thank you to the police reserve units that were
Mhm.
down here also providing security here at the Hyatt. They give up their weekend as well and help us out a lot, and we appreciate that very much. And obviously, a good job to all of you guys.
You too.
You too. A big thanks. Someone that we've never mentioned in any of the telethons we've ever been here is the management of Channel 11.
Yes.
We're giving up the airtime.
We appreciate it
time
very
that they
much.
could use to be earning money, and we appreciate that, and I'm sure MDA does as well. And also, we should mention the MDA, the good folks who work for them,
You
who do
bet.
such a good job and make our job so easy.
A lot of hours go into this.
I was especially happy to see the block party get started again. I think next year this could really be big. It's a lot of fun, so keep that in mind for next year.
All right. Should we go to the tote?
We want to have Steve say the
Yeah.
magic numbers here. Just say, let's see those new numbers.
See those new numbers.
There we go.
All right. $1,036,653. I should point out, in 1987, when we went off the air, we had $1,598,000. So a substantial
Thank you
increase.
so much.
Thank you to all you folks at home. You are the ones that make the difference. Thank you.
Thank you.
Folks at home for help. More importantly, they're looking to you folks at home for hope. That's what every dollar provides, is a lot of hope. Hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a better time 2, 5 years, 10 years down the road, so that we can eradicate those diseases that fall under the umbrella of muscular dystrophy. And we can't do that without the good graces of you folks at home getting up, going to the phones, making our phones down here ring at 340-1111, and, of course, all those other numbers that you've seen across your screen. Right now, let's find out how much hope Minnesota and western Wisconsin is providing. Let's eliminate the old total of $967,000 and find out what we've got. Here comes a new one. Still a little bit shy of our goal, with about 6 or 7 minutes to go. So obviously we need your support. We need your help. $984,714. We do want to hit $1 million, which we hit last year, and that would certainly provide that hope that I was just speaking of. So please, please, make the phones ring. Give as much as you can. Give whatever you can. Provide that hope. We do appreciate it. Let's go to Joan.
With 7 minutes left, I know we can do it. I know you can do it if you just call in 340-1111. I'm standing here with Dr. Stephen Smith, and I have your name?
Scott Leroy.
Scott Leroy. We know Scott Leroy, don't we? And this is Rex the Wonder Dog. Tell me, what brings you and Rex down here today? Tell me what you want to have happen out of this telethon. What do you want people to do?
Whole bunch of money.
A whole bunch of money. What are we going to do with that money?
Help people get wheelchairs, walkers, and research money.
Especially that research, huh? It's important. It's getting down to the final moments here at the telethon. And let's see, what can we do? We can tell them the telephone number again.
340-1111.
Come on, call. Scott wants you to. 340-1111. And Rex, he's so excited about this, he just can't stand it. Can you, Rex? Rex, hello. This is Rex the Wonder Dog. He does all kinds of tricks for you, doesn't he? What kinds of stuff does he do for you?
Turn lights on, push elevator buttons, pick things off the floor, and snuggle with me.
Yeah, especially the snuggle. He's a great dog. Thanks for joining us here. And Dr. Smith, you said that he's a real good example of what MDA is doing.
Scott represents what this is all about, the fundraising effort. He's got his wheelchair. We've studied him genetically. He's been involved in research studies. And as sort of an extension of that, now he has the dog. This is what it's all about, folks. Helping boys like this so we can prevent this from happening. That's why we're asking you to call.
Very simple. 340-1111. You're not that far from your phone. Thank you very much. And now we're going to send it over to Mike Igo on that successful note.
Joe, News 11 knocking at the door, waiting to come in. We're going to learn from the children. They're helping us out here. How about you? Can you help us out? This is our last pitch. Please, we've shown you many things, many aspects. Please call 340-1111. We need you now. Thank you. Let's go to the podium.
All right, Michael. Stuart, why don't you come up here and help me out as well as we wind things down here. Diana, you have some guests over there with you. Should we go, let's go over to Diana very quickly. Diana?
Sure, I have some lovely ladies again with me right now. Jackie Mercanata, she is the mother of Justin. Then Marcia Black-Fellner, who is the mother of Tony Black-Fellner, who was our, and you have gotten mushed by the Falcons. Mother of Tony, he was our state poster child last year, and Donna Peterson, the mother of Eric. Again, we don't have much time left. Let's just go right down the line. What would you like people to do and know what's going on?
For people to pledge, because we really do need the support with all the new research, and they're so close to finding a cure to help the kids and the adults, and we just need the help and support.
Thanks.
We'd all like to make a difference in this world, and your $1, $5, $10 is a first step in making a difference, destroying the diseases that are destroying the muscles and nerves of our children.
And finally, Marcia.
We need that money, so call now. Thank you.
Okay, you heard it from three lovely ladies. Let's go back to the podium.
All right, thank you very much. Before we go away here, I want to mention a very special group of people that have been down here the entire time helping us out. And that, of course, are all the members of the Police Reserve that have been providing security down here, doing all kinds of things down here. A very, very big Channel 11 salute to them for helping us out, giving up their Labor Day weekend.
A salute should go to you and to Di, and the kids from CARE 11 have done just such a fantastic job. I've watched you through the night. You look just as fresh as when you started.
That's
fella.
why I like hanging around you. I'm always a kid.
Everybody's a kid to me.
Come on over here, Diana.
Sneak
Mike,
right in.
Paul, come on in here, Joan. Tom, come on up here. Tom Ryther. Hurry up, Scoot. We'll get a fresh tote.
There we go.
We want to break $1 million. I think we're going to break $1 million. Let's go ahead and erase
Let's
the
see what we've got.
$984,000.
We need all our operators
We
to
need a
help us
big
here.
drum roll from our
Big drum
operators
roll.
this time.
Loud drum roll.
Come on. All
Fantastic. Fantastic.
We did it.
We did it again.
Congratulations.
We did it with
Minnesota,
your help.
Wisconsin.
Thank you. Thank you, Minnesota. We really appreciate it. We went over the $1 million mark.
A very big thank you to Minnesota and Western Wisconsin and the people who are still making the phones ring right now.
And
I'll
we
tell
will
you,
be here.
We will be here for the next half hour. We'll come back at the end of News 11 and give you an update on our final total. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Good night.
You might not take your eye care quite as seriously as we do at Pearl,
Cover your eye.
but you should.